This is News You Can Use.
As a service professional, the more that you know and I know, the more value we can create for our customers. Recently, we hosted Doug Duncan, the chief economist for Fannie Mae, in our offices here in Alpharetta, Georgia, for a comprehensive discussion of all the factors that are currently impacting the housing market. As well, we had a discussion about his best forecasting ideas for the remainder of 2022 and 2023. Over the coming weeks, barring any significant change in market conditions, we'll be sharing insights from our discussions on that day to provide you with a better understanding of our industry. Again, the more you know as a service professional, the more value you can offer to your customers. Last week, Doug discussed the factors in 2020 and 2021 that led to an inflationary environment in the U.S. economy and around the world. This week, Doug discusses why inflation has been lingering throughout the 2022 season.
This is News You Can Use.
So what is driving, still at this point, increases that are still over 8%, where we've had inflation under 3 for 40 years in the developed world economy, not just here, but around the world. And now we're at 8%. What's driving?
Well, has anybody in here eaten in a restaurant, say once a month for 3 or 4 months? Have you seen changes in the restaurant? Both the menus, the composition, as the restaurants are trying to maintain profitability, they're also changing the menu to things which have lower costs so they can attempt to hold costs down to the consumers. So it's not just the price, it's also the quantity and the composition of the servings that they're giving you at the restaurant. You'll see also in grocery stores that the box of cereal might now, instead of having, 24 ounces, maybe it only has 20 ounces, but the price is the same. That's actually an increase in price per unit. So hopefully you check the little thing on the side that says cents per ounce. That's a food, that's not part of core, but automobiles, prices of automobiles way up because of constraints on supply, but ongoing, the auto producers now have some pricing power, and they're using that pricing power. So there's a whole bunch, an array of products and services on which the prices have been going up.
So as a layperson, I sit back and I just think, well, we shut all the factories down around the world and said you can't work because of COVID. We shut down many of the services. We gave people money. And so you have people with money to spend. And what we know about Americans is if they have money to spend, they usually will, right? So they're demanding things that they want, and there's fewer of those things. Is it as simple as that got this thing started? Not completely.
You saw the Federal Reserve take their balance sheet from about $4 trillion before all of this started to about $9 trillion. So basically, as the government was running increasing deficits, they were monetizing that. That's the monetary view of inflation. Milton Friedman would be the Nobel Prize winner who was the recognized as the leading advocate of that view, that inflation is always an everywhere monetary phenomenon. If you look at the things that he looked at, he passed away a number of years ago, they are what are called monetary aggregates. And so they're different measures of what constitutes money. They were ramping up tremendously during this time period. Recently, they've seen a big decline as the Fed has stopped monetizing some of the federal debt.
Thank you, Doug, for offering that perspective. The good news is that recent reports show that inflation is starting to slow down, which would lead to significantly lower mortgage rates in 2023. Opportunity for all of us is just around the corner. And that's news you can use.